I'm back with another one, and in this one we are going to make a lithium-ion 4S 2P battery. What's different between 2P and 1P is that the cells are connected as one. So I need 8 batteries for 4S pack. I have a video that I made 6S 1P battery, and the only difference is that 2 cells are connected as one. So we are not doing our usual positive to negative and negative to positive, bridging these two, but rather bridging the poles like so. So we are making this one cell, 2 cells acting as one, another one and another one, so we have 4 cells that are actually 8 total batteries. So yeah, what you need for the job is obvious your nickel strip and your spot welder. You need a balance lead. I'm using this cut up old balance board because I'm actually going to do not battery length like so, but actually make a stick battery for my Caperina. So I don't know how long of a lead or wire I need, so I will wire them all up and cut them on the top and solder the lead. Your heat shrink, various types of tape, and for this one I can't actually use my spacer because I need to fold the battery over. So if I use the if I use the spacer that I actually designed that keeps the battery cells away from each other, I will not be able to fold them over later on in the job. And also you will need your soldering iron. So let's crack on with the job. First of all, I really like to do is I just tape the top and the bottom of the battery, because the batteries are rubbing on each other and the whole battery body is actually a negative pole. So if anything damages the shrink of the battery later on in the pack that you can actually see inside, well, it might prevent short later on in the battery. I mean, I'm going to fly this pack inside the wings, so hopefully I'm not going to crash it and damage the batteries that often that it might occur with a quad. So now that I have all the batteries protected, I'm going to do the individual cells, and that is bridging of them, or connecting them like so. I always take one prong and then another. Now that we have the cells connected as one, we are going to connect them individually. So first you need to go negative on this side, positive on the second row, on the third row is negative, and then again is positive. We are going to connect these two negative and positive with our battery lead, and these individually and also on this side. So let's do pair by pair. Again, I like to tape them together to get them more even. And we connect positive to negative like so. Now that we have them soldered up like so, the first cell positive goes to negative, then this is the first pack, the second pack is positive to negative. So you have this, and next we are going to do these here. So just one more time to go over the solder, guys. I mean, they're all looking nice. Nothing is, everything is. Please be cautious not to short anything out. Use any tool. I use my finger not to bridge the battery itself. I mean, these look really great. So yeah, we have everything soldered up, and what I mean by I'm doing a stick battery, I'm actually going to fold these over and exposing the negative and positive on that side. But before I do that, I would like to solder up my balance lead. In order to do so, as I said, I will leave the wires long enough so I can solder them on really nice. So I like to use a little bit of flux. And what are you going to do? You need to weld all the positive poles together. So this is going to be my balance. Balance ports. These are going to be our battery terminal, positive and negative. And this is one more for the balance port. So since I'm going to fold this battery over, this is going to be my battery bottom, and also I will need to have the balance plug for the cell come up here. Okay. I will feed the cable through the battery to come up like so. And I'm going to solder it to the battery. Now we are going to solder the battery and please be careful. Now these wires are live, so please be cautious with them. So yeah, now we have the wires, and we are going to use some foam just to keep the distance. They are not isolating anything. We need to worry about the short across these two, not these two, because they are connected together. I mean, the pads are short enough and it's rather impossible to short them out, but yeah, rather be careful. So yeah, now we are ready to fold over the battery like so, and bring all the cables up towards the battery. Now let's what I like to do is I like to tape it up on the seam. take it like so, and also so for the most important part of the battery is soldering up the balance leads. So in order to do so, you need to have one cell battery voltage across one of each wires. So I always go from the negative side, so the black wire. I need to find the wire that is one cell battery voltage from the ground here. So when I already done so, I not to bother you with anything else. So if you have ground and if you find 345, that is the correct wire. But when you use this, for example, it's actually not one cell battery voltage. So you can see that the right wire to use is this one, because it has one cell battery voltage across. So you can do that by connecting the ground of this to this, and you see that is one cell battery voltage. And also you can do these two, and they should have one cell battery voltage across. So to double check, also this is the positive, and the second cell is also one battery voltage here. So yeah, we have them labeled up correctly. So this is the ground, this is the fourth cell, this is third, second, and my positive. So let's solder up the battery balance in. Now that I have all my battery leads connected together, let us check the voltages. It should be, this first is ground, next is positive, sorry, other way around. So this is one cell battery voltage, these are two cell, these are three cell, and these are four cell battery voltages. So we have done everything correctly, but also the way you can check this, if you use your battery meter, if you have one, it shouldn't be anything. If you connected something wrong, they would tell you that the battery voltage is irregular or something else. So we have the balance plug connected to the individual cells correctly. Now we are left with the positive and negative total of the battery, and we are going to solder on the battery connector. So one more time to check if everything is correct, you can plug your battery, so the voltages are, total voltage is okay, so it means that plus and minus are correct. And then when you plug your balance connector, it should tell you the individual battery cell voltage and don't display any warning. So the last thing left to do is to heat shrink the battery. So this is the battery all done. I put a heat shrink on. I use a little bit of cardboard to make this balance port and wire, X660 wire, look a bit cleaner. But yeah, this is the battery. I mean, I call it the stick battery because it's 4S 2P battery. And once again, please double check if everything is correct and working right, because you don't want to fry any of your electronics or cause fire. And so yeah, everything is wired correctly, and I hope that you find this video useful. Once again, please be careful when using this method. Be sure to not expose any of your metal tools to the wires. It will cause sparks will cause fire. Yeah, please be careful, and if you find this useful, build one yourself. Off to the next one.